What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sneaker News Network. I'm your host, Trouble T. Roy, aka Mr. Controversy. And when I say Sneaker News Network, I'm not talking about these Sneaker News guys. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a beef or anything with them. And they do sneaker news, but this is going to be a tad bit more controversial. I mean, those things in the sneaker community that people don't like to talk about, or they like to lie about, or they just tend to sweep under the rug and pretend that it doesn't exist. Or when you start talking about it and telling the truth about it, they start coming against you because they really want to monopolize the game and don't really want people to know what's going on. Well, guess what? I don't care because it's me. You guys already know if you've seen any of my previous YouTube videos. You guys know what the drill is, and we're going to get into it. See, me, I'm more like that show back in the day. If you remember, and I may be dating myself here, but Hard Copy, where it was a real controversial type of news show and it got into some cold, hard facts. That's what we're doing here for the sneaker community. Now, these other sneaker enthusiasts that do shows, with the exception of a few, don't get me wrong, but they're more like TMZ, drama filled. You dig what I'm saying? TMZ or maybe Gossip Girls. I cracked myself up. Or that show, something of that nature. But we're going to get into it, man. We're going to give you something that you can glean from, a show that you want to tune into every week, because we're going to be talking about some topics and some things that, guess what, the sneaker community doesn't want you to know about. And who else to bring that to you but moi, your boy, Trouble T. Roy. But you know what we're going to do first? Let's get into this week in hype releases, okay? We're going to do that. The first shoe this week that we're looking at is the LeBron 17 Future. My take on this shoe, man. This shoe is really, really dope. I like the design of it. I'm excited to see what colorways comes out in this shoe. And I know a lot of people don't really care for LeBron, so this may not be a hype shoe. So I may be over exaggerating when I say it's one of the hype shoes this week. It may not, but it's a really dope shoe. I love the structure of it. From the 15 through the 17 of LeBron shoes, I've really been digging it. And it's a very comfortable basketball shoe. Retail price is going to be $200, and this definitely is likely going to be a cop for me. So, yeah. Number 2 on the list, we have the Jordan 1 First Class Flight. Again, me, I'm a Jordan 1 fan. Pretty basic yellow and white colorway with the barcode on the back. Something unique, something different. You know what I mean? Like, normally there's a history behind certain shoes and Jordan 1 shoes and things like this. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure what the history is. Go do your own research, okay? I'm not here to bring you everything. So let's get that straight. No, I'm just kidding. But no, go do your own research about this shoe because I don't have a lot of information. I know it's retailing at $160. It's a Jordan 1, so you know your boy is definitely going to cop because I love Jordan 1s. That's the most number of sneakers I have is Jordan 1s. So definitely a must for me. Pretty basic, white and yellow. You can do some dope things with some apparel with this shoe. Hey, must cop for me. Next, this week in hyped releases, we already know there's 2 of them coming. There's the Yeezy 700, the first, which is called Hospital Blue. Yeah, about that colorway. Only Kanye can get away with something like this. A shoe that's pretty much, the colorway is named after like a hospital gown or hospital dressings of a hospital bed or something of that nature. I'm pretty sure it's a hospital gown if you've ever had a hospital gown. And I don't know if that's ever been dope to rock. I've never been in the hospital or had a hospital visit and be like, yo, this gown right here is super fresh. I'm going to name a colorway of a sneaker after this dope hospital blue gown. Never. But again, only my man Kanye can get away with this. People are going to go crazy. And yeah, they're going to retail for $300. The second is another Yeezy 700, which is going to be called Teal Blue, which is significantly better than the hospital blue colorway, also retailing for $300. Me, particularly a fan of these 700s, I am not. So you will not see these on my feet, not something I would rock, but to each their own. Hey, if you want them, you rock what you rock because you like it, not because, well, you're not going to take my consensus on it anyway, but not because it's the hype. Wear it because you feel like it's dope and it's fashionable for you. You dig what I'm saying? So the next shoes here, probably the most hyped here in this newscast, is the Yeezy V2 Centrin. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. 2 versions of these as well. You're going to have the reflective and the non-reflective. The reflective retailing for $250, the non-reflective for $220. Let me give you a heads up about this shoe. You're likely not going to be able to get this retail like they say. Some Foot Lockers, Finish Lines, things like that. Maybe some Champs will have this shoe. But what I suggest is you call your local stores to see if they're going to get these in because they're probably not going to be out in big numbers. And you're going to have to revisit or not even revisit, but initially visit the resale market to get your hands on these bad boys. Yeah, not a whole bunch of retail releases. So when you start seeing them saturated all over the place, sneaker community, YouTube, eBay, places like that, you already know what the drill is. We're not going to say it. All those pairs are on retail. Okay, I said it. We are going to say it. Mr. Controversy, what do you expect, people? All right. So the Yeezy V2 Centrin, reflective, non-reflective, retailing for $220, non-reflective $250, for the reflective resale $21 million, because you're likely not going to get them retail. And beware of everybody that tells you they get them retail or have a connect with Adidas, or they're doing backdooring. Be careful, okay? But hey, again, me personally, I wouldn't rock these. But again, you do what you do. You feel how you feel. You rock what you rock. You dig what I'm saying? So that is it for our this week in hyped releases. The next to come up here is our Mythbusters section. Troy, what are you about to get into now? Well, I'm glad you asked, even though you didn't physically ask me, and I asked myself because I'm on camera and I'm filming myself for this news network, but I'm not going to get involved in all that because that's pretty much simple, and I'm just jargoning, and you guys know how that goes. But this week in Mythbusters, we're going to talk about early releases. Very controversial topic, and again, with me being Mr. Controversy, who am I not to touch on this, okay? Early releases, we already know, and again, I've been over this on my other YouTube videos, talked about it on my other YouTube channel. The brands do not authorize early releases, folks. I don't care who you are, unless you are likely a signature athlete with that brand, or somebody that's promoted by that brand, like a Kanye West for Adidas. Of course he'll get early shoes. You know, he's in the design process, he's sponsored by Adidas, things like that. Or if you're a LeBron James and you're with Nike, of course. But I'm talking about sellers and resellers. This is who we specifically have to talk about. And a lot of them won't like this, but guess what? Jimmy Crack Corn. You know what follows that statement? I don't care. So pretty much early releases, if people are getting early releases, it's very likely about 98%, and we hear that number a lot, 98% of the time, it's not coming from the brands, folks. They have a wholesaler. Wake up. They're selling shoes early. They're not backdooring them, especially, check this out. Here's the disclaimer, especially if they're exclusive shoes. Now, if they're general release, it's very possible the backdooring process is in place. That's possible. But if you're talking about something like the Yeezy V2, Centrin, reflective, you get what I'm saying? Or certain Yeezy 700s, or even specific Jordan brand sneakers that are collaborations, maybe like an Off-White, a thing like that, or a Nike Fear of God. People have that stuff early, then you know what the drill is. The myth is that all of these people are connected to the brands and they have the plug or connect. And the thing is, they do. It's just a wholesaler. So let's bust that myth up that they're getting this stuff from the brands or backdooring all of this exclusive stuff. Come on, people. Use your brain. Use your noggin. That hurt. Put on your thinking caps. It's not going down. I don't care what they tell you. And if they do tell you that and you're uncomfortable, make them prove it. Ask the questions. You guys already know I tell you to do that anyway regarding anything. So that is this week in Mythbusters. Lastly, before I close this show, I know it's been pretty short. This is the first episode, folks. Cut me a freaking break. You dig what I'm saying? So, hey, if you're looking to sponsor the show, please feel free to give us a holler at sneakernewsnetwork@gmail.com. Or if you want something, maybe you have a business and you want to promote your business. Hey, let's talk business. Email me again, sneakernewsnetwork@gmail.com. Let's see what we can make happen. We'd be more than happy to put your information, business, whatever the case may be, on this news platform. And guess what? I'm out. Peace.